Chris Voss!
Chris Voss.
I've never seen Chris Voss before, but I already heard that it's a little bit different than how I see the world. But that makes it interesting, right? So let's go.
Any question they ask.
Oh, okay, I was completely sent because of the music. Now I have to pay attention. I'm focused again.
Were you trying to get a yes? Switch the question so that a no works for you. So instead of saying, do you agree, say, do you disagree? Say, instead of saying, would this work for you? Say, is it ridiculous to think that this would work for you? Or after everything I laid out, does this look like it would be helpful to you? Instead, say, after everything I've laid out, does this look like a bad idea? So any of your yeses can be switched to, are you against?
I really haven't seen this video before. Interesting. What can I say about this? Because I have a lot of ideas about it and I'm just trying to figure out my brain where I have to start. Otherwise it becomes too complicated. If it becomes too complicated, even myself do not understand it anymore. The first reaction, if you see this, that was my reaction, like, okay, well, why would you like to do that? But it is brilliant because you can really steer people's thoughts if you formulate a question like that. I've read some articles about this technique. Honestly, I've never used it before. It definitely inspires me to practice this a little bit. I'm gonna practice this. Do I like it? Yes, I think it's brilliant. Let's continue.
Do you disagree? Is this ridiculous? Or the famous one, have you given up on? Have you given up on working with me? And here's the practice one. Instead of saying, have you got a few minutes to talk, when you call somebody on the phone, say, is now a bad time to talk?
It is so interesting because I always tell people, don't ask these kind of questions because you get a negative response, right? So is now a bad time to talk? You can get a yes, you can get a no. I really need to think about this. Nice.
Practice switching your yeses to nos, and you will be delighted with the results.
Can you share another tactic for entrepreneurs?
You probably do not have any other tactics, right? That's probably how it works. I need to make a video about this. I'm gonna practice this. This is interesting.
Okay, now, instead of saying no, say, how am I supposed to do that? And you gotta say it nice and gentle. You don't say, like, how am I supposed to do that? As if you think they're stupid.
In the Netherlands, you have this word where they say, yeah, dan. It's difficult to explain and translate it all in English, but it's about the question itself is good, but the way you pronounce it and the sequence of the words makes it that people feel very attacked by your question. It's nice.
Again, this is deferential. A tone of voice that says, I want to work with you. I'm really curious. This is a problem. I want to keep talking. That's what that tone of voice says. There are a lot of people, that's the only thing they ever learned from the book. It's in the first 5 pages of the book. They start killing it right away as soon as they get comfortable with, how am I supposed to do that? You can use it on anybody from your gardener to your 13-year-old to...
It's really good. It's really good. First of all, of course, it's an open-ended question. So what it does, it makes the other people think about things you want them to think about. If you ask the question, how am I supposed to do that? You basically enforce the other one to think about how you should do it. And that gives you a lot of valuable information. I think you can even translate it very quickly into sales, of course. Because if somebody asks you, okay, can you send me a proposal? And can you do that before tomorrow? You can also ask, like, okay, how do you want me to do that? How do you want me to do? How would that work? I'm gonna put this into practice. Monday morning, first thing.
Somebody who's trying to sell you a car. It works with everybody. And you're not saying no. And you're inviting more conversation. So get good at saying, how am I supposed to do that?
Hey Chris, how am I supposed to do that? How am I supposed to do that? Tell me, how am I supposed to do that? It's a nice video. Can we watch another one? I like it.